if you open the file, the second file data manipulation CSV file, so you guys get this definition. Yeah, but I'm for sure most of you guys has a, like an angry component in that Python component because the link was break. So you need to download the I guess you need to download the data file. So inside of the data set file here, there's just some CSV file, JSON file, GeoJSON file, and image file here that we're gonna use the example with the example. Okay, so that's why I make these two components. Just in case that you guys break this sort of the component, so don't worry about it because I duplicate this data and then click the right button, and then there's a menu like the internalize data. So in this case, we don't need to worry about the data outside of the classroom. Okay, so this is actually the starting point anyhow. So now, if you press Ctrl Alt in the keyboard and then press left button on top of any component in Grasshopper, they give us sort of the health, like where is the component basically. So I use this the geometry. No, I forgot. Okay, primitive and file. So I just simply import the Boston Energy CSV file to here. Yeah, and then let's double click this component here. So I actually decompose the individual task in different Python components so that you guys easy to follow the individual components. Yeah. So luckily, as I said, the ILM Python, let's say Python in Grasshopper, they have their own inbuilt function, just like print, length, or type. Yeah. So we have an open function. You guys don't need to understand what it does. What is this? Yeah. But at least we know, what the open function does, right? So you need two parameters. One parameter is a path that we're gonna inject from this component. So basically this path, right? And then the R means like a lead or write, it's W. But we just want to read, right? So this is just a syntax. I couldn't memorize. Whenever I need to open the JSON file, I just search it and then copy this line of code to my code. Yeah, you don't need to worry about like memorizing something. You just understand the flow of the data. This is actually really, really important. Okay. So once we open the path using open functions, and then the file has a special object, like let's say class, yeah? And then the class has their own definition or own parameter or functions. We actually execute or approach any other property belongs to that class by put the dot notation. And then the read line is somebody built, yeah, in order to process. So we just simply execute. And the return value, because this is a function, right? So function value, we can expect like there should be some return values, right? So we have a return value. The return value is going to be assigned inside of the lines, yeah? And then this is sort of a syntax we must follow. Since we open the file, we need to close the file. Otherwise, the other software cannot open. Yeah, this is some of like a very, the OS operating system level of problem, I don't know, yeah. So now we are nicely, extract the line of string. So I really wanted to print whether it works or not, right? And then I'm using simple for loop, and then using the print function, yeah. But the interesting thing is that, oh, NJ, you said the function always need to follow the parentheses, but there's no parentheses. What's wrong with you? Yeah, you guys can say it like that. But the problem is that right now, I don't know, maybe the Rhino version 7 or 8, they're gonna use the latest version of Python. But the Python 2.x, let's say 2.1, 2.3, 2.4, 2.x, they actually don't need to use the parentheses for the print function. Okay. However, after version 3.x, 3 version, they become a little bit strict. We need to follow. So I think the best, let's say, practice is the always append the parentheses. Okay. And then I'm just want to print the data, the inside of the lines variable, because the lines variable has a multiple line. Yeah. And then I just simply print it out, and then I just extract, extract the data to the the lines to the data, because I create the data here. So I can say here my data, I press right button. If you zoom in up, you can see the plus and minus button in order to remove or insert particular the outlet, let's say. So you can say my data, absolutely good to go. Correct. So since we print, there's an out, so we can see what is the output. Let's say drag a little bit here. Yeah, okay, great. So what is this? Yeah, the Boston Energy stuff. So I'm going to open the Boston Energy things here. Yeah, here, no. Okay. Where are you? Okay, here. So this is a CSV file. Number 1, this is, it indicates one line. This is actually one line. This is the other line. Yeah. Okay, let me change something. I mean, this, okay. I'm turn off the word wrapper so we can drag the line. Yeah. So this is the raw data that you can download from website or I don't know, from your client. So it literally just print the individual lines just like this, right? This is basically the same. So now we know this component is simply import CSV file and then give us the actual string data to us. Yeah. And then this is the other component after that. So now we know this data is simply this one, right? Okay. Just I want to make double check. So here, so does anyone predict what it does? This is very simple stuff. Yeah. Okay. As I said, this is the data list. Let's say 2-dimensional data. Yeah.
It makes CSV file from the data.
Exactly. Yeah. So for those who are already familiar with the Grasshopper, we have there's 2 lines, right? These 2 lines indicating I'm sort of a list or matrix or whatever. If there's one data, this is one single line, just like that, one line. Yeah. So now this is 2 lines. Oh, this is the, I don't know what is this, but at least I know the types of data structure. Correct. So I'm click the right button on the top of this data, and then I need to switch the list access. Yeah. So now we receive the, let's say in this case we receive these types of data in one shot. Yeah. So now the data 0 means I wanna select the first column, the first row. Yeah. In this case, I think I can open the where is my Excel file here? Yeah, this is first analyze data. So in this case, I select this row. Yeah, because as I said, always we are zero base item. So I extract these strings in one shot. Yeah, because they are concatenate They are just one string actually, okay? So I try to index particular item inside of the list and then using the split function, yeah? So I'm gonna split by comma, right? Because we know this is the CSV file, right? So then simply I wanna export this result to this index, yeah? So in this case, it gives us this array, like the first one is empty, site, post, text, years, all the way down the water, right? So let me, figure out the compare with this data. Yeah, the first one is the empty. Yeah, you're correct. And then you can go all the way to the left. This is the water things. I'm not like the energy person expertise, so I have no idea what it does exactly. But I don't know. This is the data, the last column inside of this the first column. Let's say the zero index. So now we know this component is basically print the whatever sheet file is the first column, because first row. The first row is always index, right? It makes sense, right? This is very simple. Like this data is basically address, right? This data, yes, no, it's like the binary question, Boolean, yeah, true, false. This value is a reported column. Yeah, we can predict. So we can let's say extract the index columns. Index, yeah, and then this component we can open. So what I'm trying to do is that we have a CSV file and how we decompose and extract value that we are looking for. Yeah, it's nothing special, okay? So in this component, what it does is it tries to extract position information, because without the position, like X or Y or longitude or latitude or whatever two number, there's no way to visualize on the map, okay? So let me open and zoom in a little bit. You know what? This one is a very simple things that we already know, learned the first the workshop. So the problem is that we are not getting familiar with that much. That one's the problem. What I'm saying is that this syntax is really simple. Just simple for loop, and then we can use the split function in order to decompose the one giant string. And then if the index is if the column, if the data is the position data, then we're gonna store inside of the array. This is nothing special other than that. So we have the data from here. We call it this is raw data, yeah. And then I'm gonna start from the first the number in a column. Do you know why? Does anyone help me? Because the zero index, the first column, and then the first row, I'm confused, I'm sorry. The first row, it has nothing to do with the actual data. This is just the index, right? So the data we are interested in is from here to all the way down, yeah. So that's why I use number 1, yeah, index here. And then the length data means, I don't know, different CSV file, different CSV file has a different length of the data. Data science people, they call this observation. So let's say we had 1,820 observations. So basically we measure the length of observation here, okay? Let's say we can call row or observation, anyhow. So we create some of a simple for the algorithm. What it does is, as I said, the first is index, we're gonna skip it. We are not interested in it. But after that, we wanna look through at the end of the observation, right? So, and then every iteration, we are going to have this giant string. So again, we need to use the split function, right? And then we basically decompose the giant string by comma, and then the row gonna be the list, right? And then here's the things like there's a 2 or 1. We explicitly index. So what is the data inside this index here? So let's say this is a 0, right? 1, because we are always starting from 0 index. 0, 1, 2, right? So this is the longitude. This is a latitude. No, come on. No, sorry. This is a longitude. This is a latitude. Yeah. So if you are a bit confused, there's a really easy way. Just go to Google Maps. Actually, this is what it does. So this is LA, my town. This is my home. So if I press my mouse on top of the Google Map, and then they give us the latitude, longitude. Yeah, this is the longitude, this is the latitude. Okay, so here, this is the latitude, longitude. Longitude is basically stands for X because the longitude and the latitude. So think about the globe. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 2 become X position, right? And 0, 1, 2, 3 indexing in order to get the Y position. Yeah. So here we basically split the longitude, and then this is stands for the latitude. And then, as I said, this looks like number. Yeah. This looks like number. I mean, obviously this is a number, but once we import the CSV file, the Python considers this as a string. Yeah. So we need to convert this string number is a float number. Yeah. And then that one is actually number after this execution. So we simply print longitude and latitude. And then before starting this kind of the loop, I create the list. Yeah. And then accordingly, I append the data inside the list so that we are able to get the latitude and longitude. Correct. So let me visualizing this data as a panel. This is longitude. This is the longitude and latitude, right? So let me compare. So the 0 index means, let me go up. This one, right? This number must be identical with this number. And this number gonna be same as, okay, this number. Okay, you guys can follow me?
Yes.
Yeah, it's little bit confused. But one thing I think I need to mention is because once I expanded the column, let me actually compare the data because I want to make a correct things to you guys. Okay, so I think this is one of my mistakes. Yeah, please focus with me. So if you index 0, 1, 2, we're gonna get this number as one string. And then it also has the other comma, right? And then also we need to split this data by comma. And then this one string data become 2 data, right? This is the longitude, this is the latitude. So anyhow, I mean, it all depends on how the raw data looks like. Yeah. So the important thing is that using simple for loop and split, we are smartly, extract the necessary information to visualizing. In this case, latitude and longitude. It's nothing special. Yeah. And then we have these 2 number. Yeah. And then let me click this component here.